Man, if you're struggling to start working out, here's a little tip for you. So back, like a year or two ago, I was struggling, to keep my momentum going and working out. So I came across this two-minute rule. Now I'm probably gonna ruin this, but whatever. The gist of it is, just start something, do something for 2 minutes, and that's all you got to do, basically. And that will help you with consistency, right? Because the mind will mess things up and try to overcomplicate it, whatnot. So start with a 15-minute walk every single day. Now, you're gonna say, well, that's probably not enough. Don't care about if it's not enough. Just care about being consistent with it. Once you're consistent with it, you can build momentum on that consistency. Once you have that built momentum from the consistency, now you're gonna feel a bit more motivation, a bit more inspiration to do more. When we try to start these fitness, weight loss journeys, we get this influx of information and we start to get these dopamine hits because that's what they're tailored to do. They're tailored to get attention. They're tailored to get you hooked. But what they're not doing is helping you really start from where you're starting at. And so that's why I see a lot of people fizzle out their efforts, because it's all on a high. They're riding a high in terms of what the information they've gotten. So it doesn't follow through. It doesn't help you continue that momentum. So once you find yourself that you're continuously moving forward consistently with your walks every day, this is what I do. This is what I'm doing right now. During my break at work, I set that goal, because what it does is chain these actions, this consistency, is momentum together, where you look back on yesterday and you say, well, man, I only did that 15 minutes and I felt like I could do more. Now today, I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna do the walk. I'm gonna do a couple push-ups. Then from there, you start building. So the whole point is to build the consistency, to build that habit, to build that discipline, to build that momentum you need to continuously be disciplined in working out. So don't overcomplicate it. Just do something like that, whether it's a walk, whether it's a freaking 25 push-ups every day. Start with something small, start with something simple where you can build momentum on. Don't stop with all this stuff that they're feeding you on the internet that gets you riding high and hooked on cheap dopamine, and then you just go and you do what you got to do through those momentum builders, like a walk. This is what I started doing because I felt so inconsistent in my workouts, not being able to build consistency. And so when I came across this rule, I forget where, I think it was in a book, I think Atomic Habits, check it out. But anyways, that helped me because it just I felt overwhelmed. And really, it's simple. Keep it simple. Like they say, keep it simple, stupid. Keep it practical. Don't overcomplicate things. That's what gets you stuck. That's what stops you and demotivates you from, doing what you got to do, setting that goal and accomplishing it. So just try to stay consistent. Keep it practical and simple. Something that you could do every day. You could, even though it doesn't feel like much of a challenge, but that's what's gonna build your toughness to get through bigger challenges. So I hope this helps. Comment what you're struggling with. It could be anything. I'm sure I could help you break it down. Also, like, follow, share to whoever needs to see this. And I'll see y'all next time. Much love. Peace. Be greater than yesterday, baby.